Imagine transforming the narrow strip beside your mobile home into a lush oasis without spending more than the cost of a weekend brunch. Today on Luxury Home Decor, we're revealing a space-saving landscaping trick inspired by boutique hotels. Staggered raised beds that double as seating. This single idea adds depth, controls erosion, and instantly upgrades curb appeal. Stick around for 24 more practical insights that turn compact lots into luxurious retreats while respecting budgets, seasons, and personal style. Let's start with seasonality, because plants thrive when their timing is right. In spring, introduce early bloomers like pansies in portable containers, allowing you to shift color toward sunlit sections as the months warm. Summer invites drought-tolerant succulents that store water, cutting maintenance to nearly zero. Come autumn, swap tender varieties for ornamental cabbages that relish cooler nights. This rotating palette keeps the yard alive year-round without requiring constant replanting or a designer's budget. Budget-friendly does not mean boring. Upcycle wooden pallets into vertical herb walls. Simply sand, seal, and anchor them to the skirting. The slim profile leaves walking space while producing fragrant basil, mint, and rosemary within arm's reach of the kitchen window. Add solar-powered fairy lights tucked behind the foliage for evening ambience. The result rivals expensive living walls yet costs little more than a bag of potting mix and a few screws. When choosing hardscape materials, think lightweight and flexible. Pea gravel is ideal for mobile homes because it shifts with minor ground movement instead of cracking like concrete. Spread a weed barrier first, then frame pathways with inexpensive galvanized edging for a crisp line. The gentle crunch underfoot feels reminiscent of Mediterranean courtyards and directs guests naturally toward your front steps, subtly expanding perceived square footage without altering the property's footprint. Color theory is not just for interiors. Exterior palettes influence mood before anyone walks through the door. Pair warm terracotta pots with silvery foliage like lamb's ear to evoke southwest calm, or blend charcoal planters with chartreuse grasses for a contemporary edge. By repeating two dominant hues around the perimeter, you create harmony that makes small yards feel intentional, even when each planter hosts different plant species suited to microclimates. Space optimization starts from the vertical plane. Mount fold-down potting benches that double as serving ledges during weekend gatherings. When folded, they lie flush against the wall, freeing circulation paths. Pair the bench with hanging pockets sewn from weatherproof fabric. Fill them with trailing strawberries for functional greenery. This modular approach means renters can remove fixtures without damage, making upgrades landlord-friendly while maximizing every cubic foot of outdoor living area. sound design principles remind us to balance texture. If your lawn is a smooth carpet of Bermuda grass, offset it with chunky stone planters or a reclaimed railroad tie border. Conversely, soften gravel beds with feathery fountain grass that whispers in the breeze. This intentional contrast keeps curiosity alive, guiding the eye through layers rather than stopping abruptly at a blank wall, which is crucial in narrow lots often found in mobile home parks. Lighting is your secret after-dark decorator. Install low-voltage stake lights along the skirting to wash the lower facade in a warm glow, visually anchoring the home to the garden. Complement them with motion-activated sconces near entry points for security without unnecessary energy bills. Because mobile homes usually sit elevated, underside illumination prevents shadowy gaps, creating a floating effect that makes the structure appear both lighter and more sophisticated. Choose LEDs labeled warm white to avoid a hospital glare. Let's talk edging, the picture frame of any landscape. Instead of traditional plastic strips, consider planting a living border of dwarf mondo grass. The slow-growing blades stay tidy, require little mowing, and create a year-round green ribbon-defining beds. In colder zones, switch to hardy thyme, which releases fragrance each time someone brushes past. This botanical border softens transitions between gravel, lawn, and patio while reducing the need for chemical weed barriers. Rainwater harvesting pairs beautifully with tiny plots. Attach a slimline barrel to the gutter downspout. Modern models measure only 9 inches deep, fitting snugly beside skirting panels. Top it with a removable planter ring to disguise utility with beauty. Harvested water can feed shade-loving ferns under the steps, trimming the water bill and keeping plants happier than chlorinated tap. This eco-friendly feature is especially effective in regions with strict water restrictions. Mulch choice influences both aesthetics and plant health. For a coastal vibe, opt for shredded cedar, which fades to a silver tone complementing pale paint colors. If your style skews rustic, cocoa bean hulls add chocolate fragrance and rich brown tones. Whichever material you choose, keep depth consistent at 3 inches to lock in moisture and deter weeds. Consistency is key. Scattered thickness creates patchy visuals that subconsciously feel chaotic and unfinished. Furniture selection within a landscaping plan. Absolutely. Choose lightweight pieces that can be repositioned when lawn maintenance calls. A pair of powder-coated steel bistro chairs folds flat, occupying minimal storage when storms threaten. For lounging, a hammock strung between 2 decorative posts offers resort vibes without eating floor space. Neutral cushions become chameleons. Swap out pillow covers seasonally to match blooming plants, reinforcing the connection between built and natural elements. If privacy is your priority, install a lattice screen along the property line and weave fast-growing jasmine through the openings. The fragrance greets guests before they spot the floral curtain, creating a sensory welcome. In colder climates, evergreen clematis delivers similar coverage. A living screen is lighter than a full fence, making it easier on mobile home footings and often permissible in parks with strict structural regulations. Finish the base with river rocks to keep soil off siding. Water features bring resort charm even on tiny lots. A tabletop fountain powered by a small pump masks traffic noise and invites birds. For a cohesive aesthetic, mirror the fountain's material in nearby planters. Terracotta with terracotta, stainless with galvanized steel. The repetition forms visual rhythm that makes disparate elements feel curated rather than cluttered. Plus, circulating water deters mosquitoes, a practical bonus when relaxing outdoors on humid evenings. Position it near seating for maximum acoustic effect. Climate-responsive design matters. In scorching regions, plant deciduous trees on the west side to block harsh afternoon rays during summer while allowing low winter sun to warm your facade after leaf drop. If planting large trees is impossible, train espaliers along trellises for similar shading benefits with negligible root disturbance. This passive cooling strategy lowers interior temperatures, easing air conditioning costs and supporting sustainable living without high-tech gadgets. Select local species to simplify maintenance and ensure quick establishment. ground cover selection often decides long-term upkeep. Creeping thyme forms a fragrant carpet that tolerates light foot traffic while smothering weeds. In wetter climates, opt for Irish moss for its emerald hue and cushiony feel. Both stay low, reducing mower dependency, a relief when storing bulky equipment is impossible. Interspersed flagstones create stepping zones so guests won't compact soil, preserving plant health and preventing muddy patches during the rainy season, while keeping shoes clean. Containers speak volumes in small yards. Choose a trio of varying heights to create instant focal points near the door. Cluster a tall banana plant, a mid-level coleus, and a low trailing verbena to achieve the designer-approved thrill, fill, spill formula. Rotate these ensembles seasonally. Chrysanthemums replace coleus in fall. Dwarf evergreens sub in for banana during winter. By reusing containers, you refresh the landscape's personality without repurchasing structural elements. Scent is an overlooked design layer. Plant lemon balm beside seating to repel insects naturally and provide herbal leaves for iced tea. Follow the walkway with alternating pockets of lavender and rosemary, releasing calming oils each time a breeze passes. These aromatics serve double duty, beautifying the landscape and supporting pollinators that keep vegetable gardens healthy. Remember, fragrance travels farther than color, so even minimal plantings can make a memorable first impression. Veggies and ornamentals happily coexist. Tuck rainbow chard into flower beds. Its neon stems echo annual blooms while providing dinner ingredients. Kale's ruffled leaves add needed texture when summer annuals fade. By integrating edibles, you maximize productivity without sacrificing beauty, a critical strategy when square footage is at a premium. Plus, harvesting from your doorstep reduces food miles, aligning curb appeal with sustainability goals that modern homeowners increasingly prioritize, and personal health benefits are immediate. Repetition unifies eclectic elements. Choose one motif, perhaps circular forms, and repeat it through stepping stones, planter rims, and even barbecue handles. The eye subconsciously groups matching shapes, making the yard feel larger and more organized. This principle is especially useful in mobile home plots where boundaries sit close. Visual cohesion tricks the brain into perceiving a single, expansive narrative instead of disjointed pockets squeezed together. Consistent shapes also simplify future shopping decisions and budgeting.